Hi, everybody. Welcome back and happy Friday. All right, guys, this is going to be one for the books. There is so much to talk about, so much drama, literally, like, probably one of my favorite hot, messy topics, like, in the last few weeks, 100%. Now, moving forward, I just wanted to say that, actually, I'll bring Jason up for this. But in the meantime, welcome, guys. If you're a part of the live chat, let us know where you're watching from. And if you're a part of the replay crew, also let us know where you're watching from. And don't forget to just smash the like button, get subscribed, and hit that comment section. Just talk all of the about all of the topics. We want to hear it all. So with that, let's welcome the husband.
The husband. I'm ready to talk some shit today. I'm excited.
Oh, this is going to be... Jason and I were walking this morning. We always, I know this sounds like, it sounds so bougie and privileged, which it is a privilege, but
it sure fucking is.
We walk the beach and we talk about, like, what are we going to address? Where do we want to go with this? And that's kind of just what we do, especially on Hot Messy Topics days. And if it's not a Hot Messy Topics day, then we just talk about, like, what our day looks like anyways. But yeah, guys, there is a lot. Now, before we get into that, I have made the executive decision, the executive, to take our members only, because I see that it's growing steadfast. We're going to do another members only next week. But during BravoCon, I'm going to live stream with you guys through BravoCon while I'm there every single day. Obviously, I'm not going to commit to the entire time. Those are like 8-hour days. There would be no way. You guys would just get sick of me. But oh yeah, it's going to be a thing. It's going to be definitely...
It's going to be crazy.
Thing. Yeah. So if you guys are not on the members only, then just go join it. It's $2 a month. And also, Jason might be doing the same thing. I mean, depending...
Yeah, so, I mean, you and I won't be together at this BravoCon. Like, I think we're going to be sleeping together. But then from morning to night, I think we are just on totally different schedules. Gelsey will be there. She will not be with us. She will also be doing something completely different. We have two other friends joining us, also doing everything like completely different. It's going to be like, it's going to be kind of fun and exciting.
Yeah. And that's the thing too, is like, I think we really missed a mark on the last 3 BravoCons, because I feel like I could have been streaming those.
You did on the last BravoCon in Vegas. You streamed, I think, twice. There was like 2 streams, and you went around. You caught all of us. You caught like everyone. It was kind of fun. It was fun for sure.
Summer Sunshine. You did that one year. It was so fun to watch. Yeah, you know, like I actually had another content creator who was like, "Turn the stream off," and I was like, "No,
fuck off.
Don't tell me what to do. It's up and Adam. That's me. I'm Adam. Executive. Me." No. So I did want to say with that, we also have a few other things that are going to be coming up this year, like really, really big events. So those will also just primarily be on the members only, depending on what happens behind the scenes. You never know, like with some of the Christmas parties, like clearly last year we had the whole Whitney fiasco. So you don't know what's going to happen, and we will pick and choose. We'll cherry pick what we take from members only and put
That's
it on
my best friend, don't you know? Like, I hope my best friend and I get to run into each other at the Kathy Hilton Christmas party.
She's not even going to know who you are.
I know. I mean, she didn't even when she was talking to you. She's like, your husband and I, we're best friends. Well, I don't fucking know you, bitch. Okay, anyway. Okay. Listen, I do want to bring this up really quick, Brianna, because if anyone is watching Up and Adam Channel 2, Gelsey every single day, Gelsey is covering Love Island games. And we did mention on Anchor Watch that Solane would be going on Love Island games, which I'm sure is going to turn a lot of people off from watching it, and not like, I don't know what they were thinking of making Solane such a big part of Below Deck this year and then going into Love Island games.
Well, she's controversial in the sense that, like, she has no problem hooking up with everybody. And so it does. And she has no problem. She doesn't have a problem stealing your girlfriend or your man. And she does not care. And that makes for a great TV show. So go on, Solane.
Do you think that people they thought that people would just hate watch her?
I don't know what they thought. Because you know that there's always like, to think that there's not a big discussion at the round table before these casting situations, like there definitely is. And they storyboard, right? So
Of course.
they have ideas of who should be there, what should be going on, what these people have to offer, and hopefully they lean into that. And then the producers are always constantly storyboarding as the show goes on. I mean, it's not as crazy as like a soap opera where they like change your lines like right before you go on to a scene, right? But if things aren't going the way that they need it to, then they pivot. That is their job. They always pivot. So yeah, I think that they had an idea that Solange would be problematic in the sense that she's definitely not a girl's girl, and she's not a guy's girl. Solange is
she is for herself. She is a selfish girl. She is her own girl's girl. She is her girl. I don't know.
She is her own girl.
I do have to say, I am not watching Love Island games. I've only watched, I think, 2 episodes of Love Island ever. But watching Gelsey cover it, she does like quick videos. So like, I don't know, like 15 minutes, 14 minutes or something like that on the episode every single day. I think she's finishing up this week with a live stream as well. But she makes me want to watch it. She's like so into it. And I'm like, okay, cool. Maybe should I be watching this or no? No,
I told her yesterday, I said, girl, you're showing up. And I said, you look the part, you look amazing. You know what you're talking about. Like, that's all we could ask for. And we'll see if we can captivate the audience, because Love Island is not our thing. And just to kind of give you guys a heads up, like when it comes to YouTube and stuff like that, normally it's you stick to your department, your niche, which is Bravo. And even though that's on Peacock and it's an affiliate, it doesn't mean that that's what we're the go-to for. So you always have to build those audiences. And that's Gelsey's job to figure out if she can do it or not. And it's not easy to do. If it was easy to do, everybody would do it.
Yeah, 100%. Guys, before we get in today too, if you guys haven't pushed the like button, there are 125 in the room so far. We're waiting for some more people to come in as we get started. But once we hit 50 likes, I'm going to drop 10 free memberships for whoever is not a member inside the live chat. So hit the like button. It helps us out so much. Also, if you are watching this on a replay, 65% of our audience does not subscribe to the videos they watch. So be sure to subscribe so you guys don't miss anything, especially with members about to take a whole
What in the shit is that? Those statistics suck.
It's all over YouTube though. It's a lot. It's every creator, you know. I have made it a point that, because I follow some great creators that have nothing to do with Bravo, mostly like minimalist, cleaning, tech creators. But I make it a point now to subscribe, because I'm always missing their content, and then like it gets pushed to me later, and I'm like, I really wish I would have seen this earlier. So yeah, subscribing is fun.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So
it's what the cool kids do.
Guys, we have to talk. We're just gonna jump straight into this. Page 6, virtual reality day, that's hosted by Evan Real and Kashmir Danny, which I've met both of them. Evan came to Zach, Peter, and I's first live show in Los Angeles, which Zach and I killed that show. We fucking killed
that whole tour was amazing. It was
I mean, literally, like, and I know that you guys, we all know that we've had our differences and everything, but thank God now at this point, Zach and I are we're at such a better place. You know what I mean? And so it's like one of those, like, move on, life is too short, and there's no reason. Like, I don't hate Zach. I truly believe Zach doesn't hate me. So it's really nice to be back out of that, like the toxicity of that. And I think that that's great for both him and I. But no, Zach was the one who invited Evan to that show. And I've had a few conversations like after that show, then right on, I think it was like within like 6 months, Page 6 announced that they were starting to do live shows at the same venues. And I'm like, then I watched the format and I was like, no fucking way. No.
It's a compliment.
Way.
It's a compliment. I do have to say that.
It's a compliment. All right.
I have noticed that the Page 6 people, they love to take from, the general creators and whatever works. Like, the virtual reality TV awards. I think the only content creator awards I ever look forward to are the Watch What Crappens ones.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? I'm like, okay, so we're all going to do some awards now. Like, should we do the Up and Adam awards? I don't know.
No,
I don't know.
We're not. Can you imagine? What am I going to give you? Like a big head to match my big ass head? Am I just going to hand you like a big head statue?
I guess that would be great.
Here's your award. It's a big ass Up and Adam head. No.
Maybe we do the big head awards. We give one to Sheena, one to Gretchen.
Okay.
One to
Okay.
no. Okay.
We're gonna get into all of that, but first we're gonna start with Melissa Gorga, who ended up joining Evan and Danny on stage, and she was asked questions because just to give you guys a little bit of background in this situation, Teresa Judge ended up going on Jeff Lewis Live with her daughter Gia, and when she went on Jeff Lewis Live, it was primarily to just promote what the fuck is that show called? This is how much I give a shit about that show.
Wait, what show?
The show where they like boot up and they go and it's like you're kind of like a Marine. Why am I
Special
blanking on-
Forces.
Special Forces. Thank you. I don't even know why I was blanking on that, but there you go. Okay. So they went on primarily to promote that, and Jeff Lewis gave Teresa a lot of good feedback, insight, and he was like, at the end of the day, we're hearing that they're test filming. You said that they weren't test filming. You said that if they were test filming, wouldn't there be video evidence? Like, don't you think there'd be photos? Don't you think there'd be videos? And we haven't seen any of that. Well, then she changed the tune and she was like, well, like, listen, Jeff, like, does a professor need to take the test? But she said it in 2 or 3 different interviews. And I'm like, oh, you worked on that one. Kind of like Alexis Bellino, like, there's the door, Shannon Bador. And it was like, oh, God, Jesus Christ.
It's like that one joke that needs to be said once and never again. Like, we don't need to hear it again.
Well, no, it was like when Taylor Armstrong went on Real Housewives Ultimate Girls Trip, like the ex-wives club, because she was always compared to that like ugly cat meme where she's like screaming across the table, but then she tried to recreate the exact same moment. And it's like, listen, I'll give the most to Heather Gay because at least she will try to give you another moment. She's not going to go back to the same one. She's going to try to at least elevate that. And sometimes it lands, sometimes it doesn't. But when Housewives try to redo it, I'm like, no, we're done. Anyways,
but that's the best part of it. It's just, it's so natural. It just comes out. And that's why it is a moment. It's not, you can't recreate like success. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Well,
and
I don't know if that makes sense, but you know what I mean?
No. But when you have an organic moment and it lands because it's organic, you can't recreate that by trying to literally re-emulate what you said before. Like, it doesn't make sense. But
totally,
she said that, I don't know, maybe I would, like maybe there is hope. I don't know. Like, I don't know what's going to happen. I truly don't know. But for the last 2 years, and I said this on a video yesterday, you guys, it was 3 moves ago for us. I was in our townhouse in Florida, and I was in my studio. I interviewed Teresa Judge when she had her co-host Melissa Feaster for Namaste Bitches.
That's right. And I forgot about that. Yeah.
Yes. And I asked her, I was like, okay, so is there a possibility? She's like, no, that door is closed. Okay, the door is closed. She said that on every single podcast for the last 2 years. And now as we're getting closer and there's test filming, there's almost $3 million in tax liens. There's a lot of money going out, probably not as much money coming in. I don't know that for a fact. I'm just speculating. I would want my job back too. She's one of the highest paid housewives. It makes sense. But this is what Melissa had to say.
Just very quickly, Teresa did recently say that she's open to a reconciliation and maybe open to filming again with you. What's your reaction there?
That's the reaction. Okay. No, I want to answer your question. I'm not going to leave you hanging, but so
it was shocking to hear.
I was shocked to hear it.
Stop! I'm trying to be serious. So seriously.
Why are you about to laugh?
I have an answer for this because I had a feeling you were going to ask this question, and the truth is, for the last year, the door has been closed. It has said out loud on multiple platforms, podcasts, whatever it might be, that the door is closed. So the truth is, I'm just confused why it might be opening or cracking a little bit. And is it the timing? Well, what's going on here? So my guess is as good as yours. This is the first, I think that's something new and something different. Neither of us have had any contact in probably 2 years at this point. Right? Sad but true.
Yeah.
So that's just so strange to just come out with that out of nowhere, and it's strange. But leave it to Jeff Lewis.
Oh, Jeff Lewis will get it out.
Yeah.
But I know I kind of was like, okay, I was assuming, okay, Teresa's reading the same headlines we are. And is kind of like, okay, this is, if things could fall in a certain way, I would still want to be following there.
What happened? Yeah.
Well,
no, the truth is, like, yeah, it's just come
It's
on.
weird.
Like,
Right.
Yeah.
if it was authentic and things were happening and there was talks or happy birthday, there's zero. So it doesn't make really a lot of sense to me right now.
I mean, just very.
And that makes sense.
I truly do not like. There's nothing that she said that threw me off in any way.
Not at all.
She's pretty much just saying, like, at the end of the day, why now? This seems like very convenient timing. And I think the other part that she's kind of alluding to, all of the rumors point to Dolores Catania, who just wrapped up Real Housewives of Rhode Island. Her and Polly posted that. They're saying Margaret Joseph.
Wait, can I just back up really quick? I just got to give you some defense here. You called that and everyone said you were crazy. Dolores was not ever going to be on the show.
I know.
And that was even one of our writers on our website posted it like a long time ago. So yeah, it's just wanted to say, well, you know,
when you're right, you're right. No, and then they also said, so they said Dolores, Margaret, and they said Melissa, and they also asked Melissa on the carpet with Joe, like, we heard you're filming. She's like, I can neither confirm nor deny, blah, blah, blah. And
so that means yes.
yeah, that kind of feels like it means yes. But I think had they have scrapped the Gorgas and they would have just moved forward with Teresa and they would have said, Melissa and Joe, like, go kick rocks, I think that this conversation would have never happened. I don't think that Teresa would have ever been like, oh, well, maybe a reconciliation. It would have never fucking happened, you guys. It never would have happened. And Melissa's not an idiot. Her brother, like Joe, not an idiot. They know exactly what is going on. There's a massive paycheck at stake. And it's clear. It's clear what's happening. So the fact that she answered this in such a classy way, I'm giving all of the credit over there. I hate the statement, I'm giving you your flowers. I hate that statement. But I'm giving you all of the credit, Melissa, for what a very classy answer.
Absolutely. And you know what the thing is I cannot imagine, you know, they're so hot and cold. Like, people either love Teresa or they don't. They either love Melissa or they don't. I actually happen to like them both, especially for the show. But like, it comes to a point, it's like, okay, what are we doing? Because it's the same thing. I remember the last season of Jersey, they didn't even talk to each other, like hardly once, you know?
Right.
So I don't know.
No, they were just like, yeah, you this, you dumb bitch. And it was like, oh my God, what is happening?
I just love the dynamic between Melissa and Joe more than I do the dynamic of Teresa and Louis. I feel like Louis offers nothing. To me, he's another Slade. He's another Todd. He's another Jody. It's like, you know, like, it's just not, it's not fun to watch. In fact, there were a few times watching last season where it made me uncomfortable to watch their communication. It was just odd, you know? So I think a more lighter, fun Jersey would be great. I think Melissa and Joe provide that. I think Margaret provides that. I think Dolores provides that. Yeah, and I think it would be, it'll be interesting to see who they bring on, who they keep, and what happens with Teresa this season.
Well, you know, and I think too, at the end of the day, there are a few problematic situations with the whole Teresa of it all, you guys. I'm just going to say this, like, everybody was speculating that they might be opening with her recipes, a new restaurant, and she wanted to do that with her family. I don't know, haven't tried to open a restaurant, I would imagine with the tax liens and the loans that are already outstanding, that it would be really hard to do that. And so I feel like that probably put a squash on that. And then there was Louis making the remarks about Margaret's son. I think that was problematic. And then there was also, on top of that, Louis co-signing Todd Nepola, who from Real Housewives of Miami, Alexia's ex-husband, who was saying, like, You guys literally painted me in a way that you knew was not correct, and I'm coming for you. And I'm going to literally, like, everybody will get lawsuits. I am coming for you, which we're going to get to that in a little bit. But I think with all of those things, it becomes a problem. And so now you're surrounded by liabilities. And even though it's like,
it's not
you're so
liabilities. If
amazing,
you want to
is it
be,
worth it?
if you want to, you know, if you want to play chess, you play chess. But don't sit there and complain about it on the side. You know what I mean? It's either you're in or you're out. That's how I feel about, like, even Todd. You know, in my opinion, I just feel like you signed up for the show. There's enough evidence of what the show is, what the show can do for people, how it can hinder people, how it can hurt you, how they can show you differently. There's enough evidence of that. There were many seasons of Miami. There are many seasons of The Real Housewives. People should know what they're signing up for. It shouldn't be like, oh my God, you know, like, look what they did to me, Leah McSweeney. You know what I mean? No one forces you to do anything. No one cuffs you to a bar and makes you drink. No one decides that you should go throw some tiki torches in someone's backyard naked. No one tells you to do that. It's what you sign up for. And if you don't get great feedback or you don't like the result, just leave.
It's like literally like when they talk about, this is not a good analogy. Never mind. Let me walk.
Oh God.
It's like, if you stick a kid in a room full of candy and stuff and say, I'm going to leave you here for 3 hours. If you don't touch any of the candy, I'll take you to the toy store and you can get everything you want. And you just taunt them with all of the things. That is what they do to the housewives. Now, if you take it and you take the bait, you take the bait, but it's not a kid. You're talking about grown-ass adults. So there's a difference. We're going to take a couple questions, but Jason did end up gifting another 10 Up and Out of membership. So guys, get ready for BravoCon.
You guys hit that like button. That's all it takes.
Matt said, do you think it's time for Julia to be booted off Real Housewives in Miami? Guys, this is the perfect segue because we'll go straight into Miami after this. Also, she should learn from Tamra and refrain from talking about her daughters. I'll kick this one off. I think it's Julia's time to go.
Okay.
I was just going to say, I think that she's protected because she is
Martina's wife.
Castmate. She's the only lesbian castmate.
There are other lesbians.
As a gay dude.
And I can say there are other lesbians as a gay dude.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? She's not the only lesbian in Miami. Let's be real.
She has Martina, right? Who's a very famous former tennis player. There's like a big name attached to that. And Andy Cohen is a massive fan of Martina. And I'm not going to say her last name because I'm not going to butcher it.
Is it not Navratilova?
I think that's what it is. But watching the Real Housewives of Miami, watching her flip-flop this season, she is so incredibly problematic. Let's just get into the Real Housewives of Miami this season. Last night's episode, Adriana was literally the center of attention for the entire episode. Jason, did you? I mean, I know you watched because you watched upstairs. I watched downstairs. Guys, I was making pizza rolls and being like a little fatty, but
no food in my bedroom.
We watched the entire thing. The whole episode revolved around this Art Basel themed party that was hosted by Adriana de Moura, and she was bringing in an artist named Chris Rivers, who she wanted to really honor. She said she put a lot of money into this, and you know, I think that we have seen her do this since the very beginning of the Real Housewives of Miami. Her degree is in art history. She loves it. If you listen to her in her confessionals, she knows exactly what she's talking about. And this is her world. This is where she thrives. And if you guys are not from Florida, which you don't need to be to understand this, Art Basel is like the Super Bowl. It is like Mardi Gras for New Orleans. It's like their Mardi Gras, but for Miami. Art Basel. It is the who's who of everything. The biggest parties. When they say this on the recap or on the episode, she's right. It's like, unless you're somebody, you're not getting into shit.
It's like going to Fashion Week in New York. That's what Art Basel is.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. LA, you
Yeah.
guys don't have anything. What, like award shows? Like maybe the Elton
Well, they
John
try
party?
Fashion Week every
don't
once in a
know.
while. Oh, the Elton John party. Yeah, there you go. The Oscar parties. They have the Oscar parties, the Vanity Fair party, the Elton John
Ye-
party. What's another
Mhm.
big one? I forgot. Yeah, they have a couple big ones.
The Kardashian Christmas Eve party.
Okay, very different.
Okay.
We haven't
All right,
we haven't
we're
made
gonna
that
take it
ticket
back,
yet.
though. So in last night's episode, we had Alexia, who ends up getting into a little bit of an argument with Marisol because she was talking about Thanksgiving. She was talking about how she's still talking to Todd. And she's like, "Ay, bro, I don't know, por favor. Like the whole time, every time I tell you about something, like you always seem like you're so judgy. And I don't even know why you're so judgy. Like, this is why I don't even want to talk to you, bro." And Marisol like gets quiet because she's like, "I don't want to lose my best friend. And I feel like I'm just trying to be a best friend. We kicked off this whole season in the first episode with Alexia crying, telling us what she claimed Todd did to Frankie when she was leaving the house. She was really, really upset. And a lot of us, the fans, they felt for her. Marisol, as a best friend, she felt for her. So it's really hard and this is not just when you're on TV or a housewife, when you're anybody and you open up about your relationship to your friends and family, you have to be really cognizant, aware, and careful about those things, because you might come back to your partner and have a conversation and have some resolution in that. And after you've shared all of this shit that they've done to you with like your closest loved ones, they're like, "Fuck that. We didn't get an apology. We weren't a part of that. We hate him." No. So it's really hard. You have to be really careful what you share. Always.
Yeah, no, agreed. I think, people love to talk nowadays, and sometimes you need to keep things to yourself.
Yeah. So I wanted to play this little clip really quick of Adriana de Moura because, like I said earlier, you guys, Alexia's ex-husband, Todd, is not happy with his portrayal of the season. He does not agree with what they said or Alexia said about Frankie. He said that he was, aside from his mother and his father, he gave credit to both Alexia and Frankie's father for being outstanding parents to Frankie, which I really commend him on that because he didn't need to do that. He said, "I was the other person who was always there. He came to dinners with us. He was with us all the time. I loved Frankie. I love Frankie." And, the other thing that I have a problem with is you guys saying that my finances are fake. I just bought a $25 million building. He went on, it was 11 minutes. We played this clip for you guys.
I know. I don't know if he owed that to everybody 11 minutes.
No, but it was issuing a warning. And his warning was, all of you guys who wanted to F around, now you're about to find out. Because now I'm taking things into my own hands. I didn't sign up for this season. And you guys are about to get hit with the legal. And I'm thinking that's exactly what happened to Adriana de Moura. Here is Adriana's latest
I told you
post.
that.
Mhm.
I told you.
Hi guys, I'd like to address a recent story at Reality Blurred that was accusing me or claiming that I had recently bashed Todd Nepola. That's simply untrue. I have refrained from speaking ill of Todd this season because I realize relationships are very complex and that's a lot of the story that doesn't transpire. And it's usually best to leave a couple figure out their own problems, without outside influence. Moreover, I'm very tired of being made a scapegoat. But what I just brought up was a past issue in which I do owe Todd an apology for repeating, comments that were made about his alleged financial situation at the time. And that was misinterpreted, and it was a mistake. For that, I'm truly sorry. And I sincerely apologize to Todd for any hurt or frustration that my repeating of the comment has caused. Hi, guys. I'd like to.
Okay.
So really, like, to me, watching Scheana talks, just FYI, from anything I've seen on social media before, right? By the way, 59 has never looked better, but it is like you're reading a script. Someone reached out to you, gave you a cease and desist, said you need to make this right or we'll have legal. She doesn't want any legal or any problems coming her way. It just seems to me like she's making a statement, like she's making an official apology to make whatever was sent to her, or, allegedly, we don't know if anything was, but that's how it looks to me. It looks like something was sent to you and now you're trying to back it up and give an official apology to make anything go away that has to do with Todd Nepola.
Well, and Todd ended up going in there and saying thank you for your apology in the comment section. So I think that Todd was very aware that that was coming his way. And now he checked one off the list and he's like, down to the next. Like, what other motherfucker wants to go at it? You're either going to apologize and clear my name, or I'm going to sue you and tie you up in litigation. I feel like that's an opinion. I don't know that to be fact. That is what
That's what you
away
get from it. I mean, we're
from
not, you know what? Here's
that.
the thing. Here's the thing that I think Bravo and even other people like maybe Todd seem to forget is the audience isn't stupid and
Mhm.
people are not all stupid. A lot of people are, but not a lot of people are stupid. Okay. So, I mean, for me, I'm reading right through this. Like, that's exactly what happened, in my opinion. You know, like, what are
Well-
we? Adriana doesn't look. Go on her little timeline on Instagram. She doesn't have reels where she's making statements like this all over the place. This is a one-off. It just seems a little weird. That's all I'm saying.
Let me just say something too about Adriana de Moura. This woman is incredibly intelligent, and last night's episode pissed me off. It really did. When they were in Sevilla, Spain, she made a statement and she hid behind a reaction. And I'm going to say this, and Adriana, I like love you. And I only say Adriana, and I like kind of like lean into it because I don't know if I should be saying Adriana or Adriana. So I just say Adriana, and that's how I do it. But like with Kiki Barth, when you sat there and said you're ratchet, even Larsa last night said, yeah, that's exactly what you meant to say. And then she said, you're too old. You're the same age as my mother to be talking like that. You're too old for that. And she's like, oh, ageism, ageism, ageism. It's ageism. Okay, here's the thing. One, if you just slapped her and she comes back to you and she punches you in the face, you don't get to tell her her reaction, Adriana. And two, when you said ratchet, we're not stupid. It's like when you were calling Joanna Hoanna at the reunion. And last night, when everybody came together to support you for your Art Basel moment, which I do totally understand that production still gives everybody call sheets. So they all have to go anyways. It's like maybe if they didn't have a call sheet, they, you know, maybe Kiki wouldn't have went, but she still showed up. She went. And then you're sitting there with your friend and you're saying that Kiki is now calling you the R word, which I don't want to say on YouTube because I don't want to get demonetized. You guys, it's like a sasist and a macist and a casist and everything with the R in front of it. Got it. Kiki never did that to you. That never happened. Not one time did it happen.
I know. I was trying to think back.
Well, I was going to say, you didn't say that until you found out that she was the one who put the numbers on the cake. It's bullshit.
You know what I didn't like? I didn't like because, you know, here's the thing about Adriana, especially when we were in Spain, right? This is also like one of the first episodes of the season. We're actually in Miami, like maybe one of the 3 episodes we've been in Miami this whole season of The Real Housewives of Miami.
Yeah.
But when they were in Sevilla, I love that she like gave some historical facts. I loved her last night when she was talking about this artist. Was it Chris Rivers? Is that his name?
Yeah. Thank God she had a personality because he didn't.
Well, that's their job. That's why artists don't all the time like have that social thing. Most of them have social anxiety. So they rely on people like Adriana and galleries to sell their art, right?
Yeah.
But I love how she's like, he has the strokes of Rembrandt and the creativity of Dali. It's like, I love this side of Adriana.
Yeah.
But bringing your black friend to say like ratchet, wretched, I'm not a racist. Like, what point are we trying to prove here? No one said that. No one said that. And as much as ratchet and wretched sound very similar together, wretched is like it's very like standard English, right? It's like wretched is like awful and miserable and stuff like that. Ratchet is slang. It has a lot to do with pop culture, hip hop culture. Like that's exactly what you meant. It wasn't that big of a deal. No one is claiming why can't I say that word?
Well,
like,
I'm going to say, well, one, you knew what you were saying. Okay. And two, yes, do I think that her implementing her friend into the conversation, because she literally said that, she's like, well, here's my friend and she's a black woman, so let her speak on it. You know,
I know, but I hate the like, here's my black. See, I have a black friend. I hate when people do that. Like, why would you do that?
I just want to say one, yes, being from Florida, I understand that Miami and a lot of these cities, they're melting pots, guys. Everybody Like even when you go to school in Florida, which I did, everybody's from all walks of life. It's like such a beautiful thing, right? Like you don't really have that. You just don't even grow up with that mindset, you know? And when we first started YouTube, I got attacked by another YouTuber who claimed the R word against me. And I was like, are you joking? And but I dealt with that head on because I truly, like 1,000,000% I know that I'm nothing like that. And I would never, ever, it's just not even in my blood to be that way. But I could have easily have called one of our like best friends, because we have a lot of them, and been like, oh, hey, will you come on and just prove that I'm not that? And that's
I
what
know
this
that's
felt
so
like.
weird. You know, I don't know.
Yeah.
It felt weird. It was, it's like, and then she kept pushing it. It's like,
Mhm.
she is a black woman. Listen to what she's going to tell you. And it's like, okay, but not that I'm okay. I'm white. Okay. There are a lot of white people, but I don't think like every other white person. You know what I mean? So that's like, to me, it just came off like, why are we doing this parade of, I have a black friend? You know what I
Well-
mean? It just makes it look worse. And it just kept
Jenny
going.
Wynn did that. Do you remember
then-
when Jen Shaw called out
that
Jenny
girl.
Wynn?
Yeah. And
And-
then she brought on her black friend. This is exactly what I'm talking about. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's crazy. I have this conversation all the time with my black friends.
Which
Because
by
my best friend is
let me just
actually
say, they
from
also
Ghana.
say, like,
And
you
it's
know,
like, we're like, what
whether-
is all of this crap? What is happening?
and also, you know, like, and that's not even offensive, you guys. Like, really, like in return, like they'll say, like, oh, like, you like our friends, like those are our gay friends, or like, you know, like Jason's best friends who he grew up with in the Mormon church and stuff, the Say sisters. Oh my God, I live for them, by the way. They'll say, you know, like, you know, that's like our white gay friend, you know, and it's like, who gives a shit? Like, it's not a big deal at all. Like, it's truly, unless you always know, you can have conversations and you understand when there's malintent behind them and when there's not. And I think that is the difference. But
And
I'm
the
going to
thing
move on
is
from
like,
this.
you know, we
Oh.
never say, I always say it's my best friend, Say, not my black friend from Ghana, Say. She also doesn't say my gay friend, Jason. We've been friends since we were 10 years old. We are
Right.
now both in our 40s. Okay. So we've been friends for a very, very long time. It just was too much. We are 2025, and that kind of like thing just needs to like, so yeah, I mean, I do agree with that too. I think people are afraid to get canceled, but you know, never did I think Kiki thought that Adriana was the R word. I never thought Adriana was the R word, but now I'm looking at you funny because you really push this on everyone. You know what I mean? I
she's
still
doubling
don't think
down.
you're an R word, but yeah, she's doubling down. Exactly.
And Kiki also came back and even said, I never alluded to that. So we're going to move on from this conversation, you guys. Jason, what were your thoughts about Lisa Hochstein's conversation with Jody about engagement?
You know, I agreed with Larsa last night on Watch What Happens Live. I think that, you know, their families are intermingled, the kids are always there, and it is the next step. Like, I really do. I just find him so funny. Like, I love when Lisa in her confessional, she's like, Jody just loves having the kids around and we love to do dinners together. And then she's like, okay, bye kids with the nanny. We'll be outside doing our own thing. You know? Yeah, I just hope that she's not getting herself in another situation similar to Lenny. Jody rubs me the wrong way. I don't know why. It just is
Okay.
he kind of reminds me, he's like, he fits into that Slade category, you know, where it's kind of like a little slimy, a little, I don't know yet. We don't
Those
know
are your
him enough.
opinions.
Those
Right.
are absolutely my opinions. What are you going to sue me for giving an opinion, please? But I just, that's how it comes off. And that also can have a lot to do with editing. But it's like with Slade really, really wants to be in front of the camera. He really wants himself to like be heard. And that's kind of how I feel about Jody. The husbands besides Russell on the Real Housewives of Miami are nothing like the Jersey husbands, or nothing like some of the Beverly Hills old school husbands. You know, it's kind of just like, you know,
okay, so
let's not involve the husbands.
Right. I'm going to go on to the next one. Julia Limagoba has her 2 daughters who were clearly not happy with the fact that her and Martina adopted the 2 boys. And a lot of times people don't understand this, you guys. Like, my mom was adopted. Her brother, my uncle, was adopted. When you put yourself into the system and you apply for that process, you sit there, you get interviewed. It's extensive interviewing, meeting up, people coming to your home, seeing if your home is safe. There's a lot that happens. And then you kind of just wait, and you're sort of in this queue, and all of a sudden you wait for a phone call. And when the phone call comes in, it's like, hi, oh my God, is this Mr. Barrett? This is Jason Barrett. Hi, yes. I just want to let you know that we have 2 beautiful like twin girls here, and they're ready to be adopted. Like, do you think you're ready for this now? And we just need to know within like the next 48 hours, or we're going to pass on to the next family. But they're amazing. If you'd like to meet them on FaceTime, whatever, then absolutely. And that's what they do. So you really have to act in that moment. And I don't think that Julia's daughters understand that. And I do think that they're acting pretty selfishly in this. And I agreed with Martina when Martina was like, they want to be pissed off. You guys want to be mad. What are you mad at?
I mean,
I think your inheritance just got divided by 4. It got divided by
when
like,
you have grown-up kids, when you have grown-up
you know?
kids who have grown up their whole life, you know what I mean? Because Julia made this a lot about herself. Julia is, you know, she wanted, her nest felt empty. So she wanted to fill her nest again, right? And maybe her daughters aren't necessarily mad. They're probably like, hey, you know, you guys are a little older, not to be ageist. I'm not trying to Adriana anyone here. You guys are a little older. You're having some young kids. There are some valid reasons why they could be skeptical about adopting 2 young boys. Absolutely.
right. But also too, at the end of the day, they are adults. They can do whatever they want. Martina has never had the privilege of raising her own children. And, you know, and even though they're not biologically hers, you can tell this woman is so in it. She is in that phase. She is embracing that phase. She is baking. She's playing games. She's decorating with them. She's having fun. And she's fucking annoyed. And she's real as shit. Let me just say that about Martina. When she says that, she's like, and Julia's like, Martina, what are you talking about? Like, I feel like everything that you say is like, it's just all the time. Like, you're so angry.
You can't do your like Cuban accent with Julia.
Sorry.
It doesn't work. I don't know.
But
Try different.
She's like, Martina, you're so angry and you're so bitter. And Martina's like, no, I'm not. This is a decision with our other 2 daughters who are grown ass women, 23, 25, 22, 21, doesn't matter. You're grown. You live in Europe. You're living your own life. You have whatever going on. It does not affect you in that way. This is what makes us happy. Unless you're just like concerned about your inheritance being now going from like 50-50 to a quarter each. What are you pissed off about? You're not here raising them. You're not the one doing it. What are you so angry about? I think that's how Martina's looking at it. And she's like, you for that. And I get it.
Yeah, no, I get it too. But on a positive note, you know, Martina was kind of reluctant to this too. Like she kind of in previous episodes kind of shut down that conversation. And it's so interesting to see that contrast of before and after, because now it seems like Martina is the involved parent. You know, she's the one doing everything. She's the one with the kids. She's the one, you know. So it's fun to watch. And going back to earlier, because I think there was a question. Let me bring up the question because this kind of leads into it too. Josephine said, do you think that she should be demoted next season on Miami? I think Julia needs to go to a friend instead. Their story is interesting. And I think there's room to, and I know you said that you think she shouldn't be there anymore. I was kind of like that, especially after the beginning of the season where she threw the drink at Gertie. I thought this was all too much. We're hearing like she has a lot of, you know, temper tantrums behind the scenes. And three
outbursts of throwing things.
Yes. Okay. So she's had this before, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I just think there's still room there because besides the drink throwing and the vile actions that she has given to us this season, she's still a housewife. She's messy. She's a messy housewife. It's kind of like, you know, when Alexia and Marisol landed in Sevilla and she walks straight up to them and is like, we were just talking about you, throwing Stephanie under the bus. This is housewife shit. So she's doing her job. She's doing her job. Just people might not like it. And that's okay.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm gonna move on really quick because we need to get past Miami. I wanted to show you guys, and if you guys want, you can even talk about it in the live chat. Here are the Real Housewives of Miami looks, the reunion looks.
So good. Keep going.
We got the
please.
Cuban Barbie, all yellow. And we love
They
that.
look so good. Alexia and Larsa here.
Mm-hmm.
So
Lisa
good.
Hochstein
This
looks
is
like
Miami.
$1 million. Stephanie, this one, it's funny because I'm seeing a lot of people clap at it, and I watched her video of getting ready into this, and it really, like, I don't think these pixelated photos, like just like for Lisa Hochstein's dress, I don't think that they do them enough justice. There's so much detail in what they're wearing, and I think that we'll get a better look at the reunion.
Well, if you go to Stephanie's Instagram, because you know I stalk some of them when it comes to like reunion looks, I think she actually has 2 dresses. If I'm not mistaken, she might change, right?
No. She was picking between 2.
Okay. I feel like this is all Miami. Okay, wait, one more. Next.
Gertie,
so good.
Phenomenal.
Both.
Julia,
Gertie
phenomenal.
killed it. Julia, for one of the first times, I'm really liking her reunion look.
Mm-hmm. Marisol looks like $1 million. Old Hollywood glam.
Yeah.
Adriana, I mean, honestly,
no. The friends are showing that they're friends in these photos. Sorry.
I think they all look amazing. I truly feel like they all look amazing. No? Okay.
I like Kiki. Kiki gives me that like old school Miami Art Deco look, but I feel like the friends are giving friend of reunion looks.
Oh, mom. All right. So we're going to take a couple more
My
questions.
opinion, don't sue me.
We have to move on after that because we have like 3 other things to talk about. Who's your favorite housewife of all time? I'm probably going to go with, honestly, guys, I'm probably going to go with Dorinda Medley. And I'm only saying that because the memes, the moments, Jason was going to see Downton Abbey the other night with his mom, and I put on YouTube because I didn't want to start a new show because he needed like 10 minutes to get ready. And she was like, I said, do you care what I put on? And she's like, no, you know me, honey, I don't care. Like, put on whatever you want. And so I just YouTubed like Dorinda's like most iconic moments, and it was like clap. And I was like, no, this is. So I'm going with Dorinda. Where are you going?
Nene Leakes.
Okay.
Nene Leakes, because you can do the same thing. You can literally find and you know, I see someone in the live chat, Caroline Stanbury. I mean, that's a friend, so I would say that to anyone with the moments where it's so natural. Nene was so natural with these moments. Dorinda was so natural with these moments.
Lisa,
Bethany, they weren't trying.
Caroline,
they're just themselves. Caroline is always herself 100% all of the time. You know, Dorinda the same way. Nene was the same way. Lisa Vanderpump the same way. That is who they are. They're not playing caricatures, which I don't know if we're going to Salt Lake next. But
oh my God, we have 3 things to get to. No, we have shit to get to.
No, but really quick. Yeah, but why are you in such a rush? Where are you going?
No, it's not that I'm in a rush. It's just like I want the people to know what's coming. We got the Scheana of it all.
Well, listen,
Tamra and Teddy. We got OC.
Hold on, Sheena can wait for once in her life. She can sit in the back and just wait her turn. Okay, so hold on, let her wait. She's on the train station, getting on the train to Desperation Station as we speak anyway. Let's give her a break for a second. Sheena needs a break. She needs a break from herself. She's giving me a headache even just talking about her. Okay, listen. Salt Lake, when they first started, I felt like every single cast member was some kind of caricature of another housewife or versions of different housewives. Now they've like come into their own. But I still, to this day, don't know who the ladies of Salt Lake City are. Like, who are they? You know, Meredith, we're starting to really see who Meredith is. You can leave. And all of these, like, that is Meredith. And it's really fun to watch like that. But they're still like playing a game where like Nene was her authentic self. Dorinda was her authentic self. And that's what we're missing in Housewives. That's why the new New York didn't work out so well. So hopefully they make some changes there. Yeah.
No, I agree. Would love to know if Jason prefers to have Teresa or Melissa.
Like I said, listen, I think they're both very valuable to the show, and they always have been. Okay. Right now, I would prefer to see Melissa and Joe in that dynamic over a Teresa and Louis. I feel like Teresa does not know how to pick them. And it just kind of brings that negative energy to the show that we don't want. And I haven't seen Teresa like happy in a long time. Like, think about it. She's always like not really like happy. It's always put on. So
Well,
I don't know if that's a relationship thing or you know.
You have to think though too, if you weigh it out on a scale. I was talking to another Bravo talent member about this a while back. If you weigh it out on a scale, you guys, Teresa has given so much more to the show than Melissa and Joe. 100%. She had a divorce. Her husband got deported. He went to prison. She went to prison. She gave birth on the show. She got remarried on the show. She flipped tables on the show. She got into fights on the show. All of these things happen on the show. Right. But then Joe and Melissa bring this lightheartedness, and it just depends what you think, which one you think would go further. And one can be perceived as a lot more toxic than the other. And it truly is up to the fans and what they want. Because if you would have asked during the pandemic, people were really sick of the toxicity and they wanted happy and positive. And now, you know, things have simmered down a lot since the pandemic, and maybe people are kind of leaning back into like, give us the drama. I don't know.
Give us the shites.
I'll answer this really quick. We don't know.
McSweeney?
And you never will. Yeah, Leah McSweeney's lawsuit, we don't know what happened with it. You never will, because at the point that they ever come to some sort of resolution, there is going to be a like an NDA attached to it. You're never going to be able to talk about it. You can't write a book on it. You can't speak. It's going to be ironclad. And it's probably going to be like a settlement. Like, let's say it's like a $5 million settlement. There's going to be a clause that says, if you speak about this one time, you forfeit that entire settlement.
Yeah.
And that's when, guys, go watch Bombshell.
Radio
Bombshell.
silence.
With
Silence.
Charlize Theron and Margot Robbie, and
great movie.
Just go watch Bombshell. You'll see exactly what I'm talking about. But
all right, really quick too. I want to. Rebecca Cohen said, "Where are you, Rebecca Cohen?" Monica Garcia. I agree. I liked Monica on the show. You know why? She was authentically herself. She wasn't trying to be somebody else. She let you in. She let you into her life. The problems with her mom, her family, her upbringing, everything like that. Her, you know, struggles with different things. She was a mother. She didn't have the most glamorous house at the time. Like I like that. That's what I want to see more of. It's like with the Ladies of London or the current cast of the Real Housewives of London. No one's trying. They are just themselves. And I think that's where some shows and some housewives miss the mark.
So actually, you know what? I'm going to text her and ask her if I can ask, once we get to the Salt Lake City part, what she thought about the whole Jen Shaw thing. But guys, I'm going to play another clip for you guys. If you haven't already, go ahead, smash the like button, show some love. I'm just going to close this door really quick, which is low key. Jason tells me not to say this because it's the podcast, but I'm just being real about it. It just means that I have to pee. But I'm going to play this clip.
Okay. Yeah, but you're not a housewife. We don't want you to be
Jason's going to Jason. I am not a housewife. And Jason will take over just in case. Here we go.
Okay.
Just to give you guys a little
Shay of it all.
Yeah, just to give you guys a little bit of background. Pretty much.
I don't know if you want me taking over right now.
No. Let me just tell people what happened really quick. Sheena, in case you guys don't know what happened, she has Kiki Monique on as a host. She's great friends with Gretchen. In this clip, I find it to be incredibly annoying just because she's like, Gretchen's not a liar. I know my friend. I've known her for 15 years. Homegirl got caught lying on the show, you guys. About
a liar knows a liar. Let's be real.
You got caught lying on the show. But then from that point, Teddy Mellencamp ended up bringing on Katie Janela, and Tamra was in Wyoming or Wisconsin or wherever she was, and she was whitewater rafting. She was not a part of this podcast episode. If you guys are familiar with Two Teas in a Pod, they have branched out to multiple other podcasts. It's like kind of spider cracked. Like they have so many other different shows going on.
Every day is a new episode, but a new episode from a different show. You have Legally Brunette with Emily Simpson.
You have
whatever Erica and Teddy do together. There it is. There's a lot going on, and Tamra legitimately was not a part of this episode. So in the episode, Teddy Mellencamp and Katie, they had a conversation about how
it has gone around the rumor mill that maybe Scheana was a part of this conversation with the whole Gretchen Rossi hospital situation, which I don't even know why we're like digging into this, you guys, because at the end of the day, Gretchen Rossi got caught in a lie on the show. So I don't know what we're doing. But
I mean, it was brought up last night on Watch What Happens Live, and then she like had to like walk it back, but she didn't do it very well at all.
And it still, no, it did not land. And
it actually made it worse, in my opinion.
Sheena and Kiki went on and they completely ripped Teddy and Tamra. And Teddy and Tamra came back and they definitely clapped back.
Gretchen is the Sheena of OC. Let's be honest.
It's not important enough for this conversation is kind of.
Wait, who said that? Who said that?
They didn't say that verbatim, but Tamra and Teddy.
Sheena and Kiki. Oh.
Yeah, Tamra and Teddy pretty much said, you know, like, guys, we cover rumors. That is what we do. This was a rumor. We have heard it. At the end of the day, like, it's not that big of a deal. And we talked about it. You want to have a conversation? Great. That's fine. But they were like, it's not that important. And Sheena said, it's important to me because it's my name, which
it's not always
let me just say
Sheena,
really quick.
Huh? Someone check on Sheena.
It wasn't important to anybody when it was my fucking name, when you were throwing me out to potentially get sued. That wasn't important. So that shit pisses me off. Like, I don't even care about that at that point. Like, this really like gets me irritated because it's like, well, when it's about you, of course it's about you because then you're important and it's a self-importance. And like, if it only matters if it's about you, that's really annoying to me because everything about Sheena, who I love Sheena, but like everything about you, like even when we went there and, you know, like helping out with the show and all of the things, it's like I'm sitting here.
You're too nice, Adam. You're too nice. Let me just take over for you. Go.
No, but I'm just saying. Hold on, really quick. I'm just saying it's like really just that because that's the kind of friends that I have.
It's called hypocrisy. We have real friends in our real circle, but we've known Sheena. You've known her for longer than I have. I mean, like. I think Sir just posted a photo of you guys filming back in the day. Like what season?
Oh my God, we have
2,
to bring it
3?
up, yeah.
What the hell? Yeah, bring that up. But you know, you've known her for a long time, so like it just makes sense. It's like, okay, cool. Like Adam, I get it. You know, but some friends are recencies in lifetime, and girl, she does not have a reason for you anymore. I can tell you that.
Well, and also, good. That goes both ways. I don't need a job at Sir anymore either, honey. But let me just say this too. Let me just say this too, really quick. The hypocrisy is what annoys me, you guys, because now you're offended by something because you feel like it was about you. But then when I echoed the same sentiment, you did not give a shit that it was about me. So I kind of like that really bothers me, but I'm going to play the clip. Jason's going to run this. Here we go.
You were roped into the drama with Gretchen and Katie and Kiki. Do you know the truth?
Yes.
Okay.
And the truth is with Gretchen never said this to Katie. And so now for Katie to go on 2 T's in a pod and Teddy's like, well, I heard Sheena heard this from Gretchen and told Kiki. I'm like, I never heard any of this at all. Gretchen has never said this. I've been friends with her for 15 years. I think I would have heard the story by now.
Right.
And so now they're just spreading lies about me. And I have an issue with that I address on my podcast on Friday.
Because
that's how we do things in this world. We talk about it on the podcast.
But have you been getting, like, because so many of the ladies of Orange County have so many questions about this. I feel like when your name got dragged into it, we're like, people checking in on you.
I've had 3 Orange holding housewives reach out to me. And some of the insight I've gotten with some of them, all things point to Tamra being behind this.
Oh,
what?
No.
Wait, what are they connecting?
Are we shocked by that?
I mean, she likes to cause some drama here.
What are they? So are they connecting the dots on their own side too?
Yeah, I think her and Katie are canoodling behind the scenes and trying to deflect from Katie being a pathological liar.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
One thing I know about Gretchen is she doesn't lie.
All right.
Now,
I'm glad that's established.
I am kind of like, did they find, like, as we would say, like receipts, proofs, screenshots, everything about Tamra being involved?
TBD.
All right.
Sheena, you know something that we don't know.
Sheena knows a lot.
No, Sheena knows nothing. Switch this around. Hey, no, Sheena, no. Burn, stop, back up. She also lies. Okay. She also, let me tell you about Scheana really quick, because Scheana decided to throw her own husband under the bus
Yeah.
for potentially a part on the Valley, right? To this day, I don't think we've seen or heard that she's filming the Valley currently, right?
Which I
I'm
kind
sure
of feel
she
bad
is. Is she a
for. I
friend?
feel
Is she a
bad for
friend
Brock
of?
in that. No, I mean, I
Why?
don't know. I think
Brock
that
wrote his own story too.
no. Well, right. I don't feel bad for Brock because if I was a straight man, I would never cheat on my pregnant wife. Like I just wouldn't do that. And he apologized. They decided as a couple to move forward. They have a beautiful little family. I love her sister, love her mother, all of the things. Like
I mean, we don't
Erica
have to
is
do the
fantastic.
excuses. She
No, but I'm
speaks
saying,
volumes.
hold on, just
No,
let me
actions
speak on
speak
it
louder
really
than
quick.
words. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead, please.
I'm just saying,
the Scheana
I-
apologist.
like, no, I'm not. But I'm saying, like, in that moment when you resolve something like that, I understand a memoir is your story. Jason and I, like, one day, if things like go above and beyond, I always say I'm gonna write a memoir called From Down and Out to Up and Atom. Jason and I have had some little knockout dragouts of arguments and just have had 11 years, two people with a lot of testosterone, where you just have these like little verbal back and forths, and we work together, we live together, we do everything together.
Called a
It's gonna happen.
relationship.
It's a relationship. But I wouldn't put that in my fucking memoir. Like, I wouldn't do that to you. So I think that she thought that this was going to be a storyline. And the general reaction from Alex Baskin and the executive producers were like, it's a little too late, honey. That ain't happening.
And I love how she points out that Gretchen, in the past 15 years she's known her, has never been a liar when she just lied. And then she tried to backtrack on Watch What Happens Live last night, and it just made it worse. You said you went to the hospital, then you said I never went to the hospital. Then you told Andy last night, well, all the pressure there, I just felt like what did you feel like, Gretchen, that you needed to lie? You know what I mean? And then if this Brock thing, this situation happened around the time Scandival, were you actually lying by not being truthful about what's happening in your real life on a reality show?
Right.
Like, it's just kind of weird. You know what I mean?
Right.
It makes me think that Scheana just really wants to be on the Real Housewives of Orange County, and this might be an in. The Valley might not work out because no one really
That's
wants
so
her
funny.
there.
That's
Her
what people are saying.
cameos didn't make any effect on the Valley last season. I mean, like, the only shots I've seen coming out of any production of the Valley or heard from people close to production who are our friends are that Lala's filming. So, but Scheana has time to go to the Page 6, whatever, virtual T Awards and stand up for
Which,
Gretchen.
by the way, we also had.
So it
Filling
seems like
with
her and
Peter and Adam.
that's true. But you have she's claiming that Katie and Tamra are canoodling in the background while she and Gretchen are canoodling in front of everyone and getting caught in lies. So it's just kind of like, girl, whatever. Like, she needs to be checked on immediately. Are you okay? Are you good? Are you okay if you're not a full-time cast member on the Valley for season 3 of a show that didn't need you for 2 seasons? Let me know.
And I'm going to say this,
Right.
you guys, as somebody who has gone toe-to-toe with Tamra, because I have.
Yeah.
And we worked that shit out really quick. It was so quick. Like, I feel like we got on so well. It was a quick conversation. And then she helped me make a plate of pizza and we like bonded. Like, love Tamra. Really love Tamra. Tamra is not the person to go after. I have said this so many times. I don't know why people don't understand it. I don't know why Slade Smiley doesn't understand it. I don't know why Gretchen doesn't understand it. If your IQ and your things are not there with it, if you're not built like that, she is a special kind of, she is not the longest running housewife. Let me just say that. She is not the longest running housewife for nothing. The woman knows how to play the game. And if you're not built for it and you're going to take a shot at her, she's coming at you like a meta human. It's like she's going to dodge your shots. She's like the Matrix, like not like Shanna Bador, but like the Matrix, Like she's going to miss them and you're not going to catch her. And then once she gets you, because she will get you, you're gonna be like, oh my God, I don't know why I'm being attacked by Tamra Judge. Like, this is so mean. I don't know what's going on. I'm not saying that about Scheana, but I'm saying that about anybody.
I mean, Sheena knows how to play the victim as well. So, you know,
she's not the one to play with. But since we're talking about this too, last night's episode, Gretchen Rossi ended up getting drunk and she was having a conversation. We had.
Was it drunk or high?
I don't know.
She was high.
It could have been both. Who cares? No. The other girls got high. She got drunk.
Oh, okay. Got it.
But, you know, she ended up spilling like, yeah, let's play one of my songs. And, you know, it's so crazy. Like, Tamra also had a song. And when she had a song, like, nobody knows that she had an affair with one of the rock stars. And, like, they just forgot that the audio was still on in the sound booth and all of their sex noises and stuff like that. So, like, yeah, people know. Like, oops, did
Adam, I told you
that?
this. Yeah, you did. You know why? Because I told you this before. I said they are not after Katie. The whole takedown of Slade and Gretchen is geared towards Tamra. That's where it is going. And you're seeing that in real time right now, too.
Mm-hmm.
That's what they're trying to do. That's why she is there. This isn't about Katie Janela. This isn't about her talking to bloggers, which I really don't believe she did, to be honest with you. I'm definitely Team Katie on all that. I've been Team Katie since day one. I think she's the best addition to OC that we've had in a very long time. You know, and we've been through a lot, Noella. But like, they're proving the point of, hey, I have this on Tamra. Oh, here we go. This is what I was talking about the entire time. I cannot wait for the reunion of Real Housewives of Orange County. I just hope we don't have, I don't know. I don't want like Kiki to be at the reunion because I don't think she has anything else to say. But I maybe we need to bring in Scheana. Bring in Scheana to the reunion, but that would be giving her a reward, right? Something that she would want. So,
well, and I think that Emily hit the nail on the head last night, and she hit the nail on the head for two different reasons. Like,
so did Heather, but go ahead. You go first.
Well, Shannon Bedore not wanting to get along with Tamra, there's a tumultuous relationship there. A lot of people are wondering, was it too far with Tamra talking about Shannon's dad at one point also having a drinking problem? She said, my dad is a 97-year-old man. Like, are you kidding me? Leave him out of this. I told you that in confidence. I can see where Shannon would be like, that is my dad. He didn't sign up for the show. Leave that out. And I understand that. So I'm going to give that to Shannon. But moving on past that, when Gretchen opened up that door and then called Slade, and Slade's Cheshire cat grin of just smiling, so excited that
because he gets screen time. He gets screen time. He's a has-been wannabe actor, right? Like, he just wants the screen time. He just started a YouTube channel.
Well, and then Gina sits there in the bed, tipsy pants, literally doing her own naked, wasted thing to herself. Like, looks and says, I can't believe you guys made me do that. Like, you guys are going to get me in so much trouble. What happened? This is so crazy. You guys are going to get me in so much trouble. And Emily and Heather were like, no, honey, we did not make you say that. We didn't ask you those questions. We didn't bring that up. We didn't present that. You did that. You wanted that moment. That's exactly what you were looking for. That's what you got. And so when Tamra comes after you, you took the shot and she's coming back for you. And it's going to be out
most
there.
Concerning though. And I think, Emily and both Heather were looking at that. I think it was a conversation over breakfast from last night's episode of like, what does Slade do? What does he pay for? They were kind of grilling her a little bit.
Oh my God, that was embarrassing.
So embarrassing. Like, girl, you're paying for everything. It seems like that's what it seems like. Let me tell you about Adam and I. After the first couple years together, we just got so sick of transferring money to each other to pay our rent the first like 2 or 3 years we were together and stuff like that we put everything together, and it's been together ever since. We also have a prenup, but like, this is what makes it a relationship. It's just, there's something about Slade. I think he just wants to be a housewife so bad. If he could be front and center holding an orange, even if he wore a dress, he would do it. Like, I just feel like he wants to be a cast member.
Right.
The fight right now is between Slade and Scheana. Who can get an orange first?
Well, and I okay.
And they're just mad at Katie because she has one.
Like, she's definitely going to come fighting back. She's going to come biting back. And you open that Pandora's box. I don't feel bad for you. I don't feel bad. Nobody ever knew that information. Nobody knew the information about the naked, wasted, the hospital, whatever. You also put that on yourself. You also brought that attention out there. You also said that you went to the hospital, that you didn't go to the hospital, and then you tried to shift blame. And then now this one, you brought this out there about Tamra.
Hate
You're sitting
blame
there.
shifting.
I
can't stand it.
I hate when somebody is a victim and a villain at the same time. Like, I don't know why everyone is attacking me. I'm so like, guys, like,
Gretchen.
she's so mean. And like, do you guys understand? Like, she is a really mean girl. And it's like, no, girl, you're the one bringing this shit up. She didn't bring that up. She didn't bring up naked, wasted. She didn't bring up anything about an affair. She didn't bring up any of this stuff. And she went on the beach and she had some reconciliation with you. And you decided to take that shit back to Heather Dubrow's penthouse and then literally flip the script and then also give Slade the satisfaction that he was looking for, because what you're doing technically is you're operating as a puppet and a Marine on the front lines for your husband, which is the same thing that Alexis Bellino did last season for John Jansen. You're doing the exact same thing, and that is exactly why she got fired.
Another one.
That is why she never made it through. You know what I mean?
Do you know? Are you starting to see how special the Jersey husbands are now?
Yes.
Like, just
I've always
look
known
at
that.
OC, look at Miami. You know, look at the Lennys, the Jodys. Larsa doesn't have one. The Russell's great. Russell Gertie's husband's great. You know, Martina's great too, if she counts as a husband. I don't know. But like, you know, like it's, I don't know. Like, it's just weird. You have John Jansen, we have Slade. It's like, can we get out of the slime just for a little bit on this franchise? It's insane.
Yeah. Yeah. No, exactly. I completely agree. All right. So we're going to take this over. We're going to leave the Real Housewives of Orange County alone. I want to talk to you about Salt Lake City for a second to wrap this up. Yeah. What were your thoughts about this?
Oh, yeah. So Andy was caught on, what was it, Instagram? Because it wasn't on Watch What Happens Live, right?
He was answering questions on Watch for the Watch What Happens Live audience. And they were
asked about Jen Shaw or Monica returning, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So when it got to Jen Shaw, he said, I don't ever want to see her again. Okay. Yikes. But I just want to say this and put this out there. He didn't say anything about Monica.
No, he didn't.
Right? And that is a flame we need to throw into the fire immediately. Because I think this pre-produced first episode we got of Salt Lake City could use some unproduced Monica on the show.
Well, and I think that Monica too, at this point, Monica definitely, guys, we're past it. Nothing happened. She didn't sleep with your husband. She didn't kill anybody. She didn't do anything. This is where I kind of get annoyed with the whole Monica thing and like the just ostracizing her.
I want to say this. We know for a fact how many housewives of Salt Lake City have burner accounts. We know. So
we know what? I was trying to call
other Salt Lake City housewives, especially in their first 2 seasons. I can name and list you who owns which burner accounts. Who since then they have been given up. Like there was one big Salt Lake. I'm not saying anything. Okay, girl, but you know what? It's kind of all over Reddit, so you can go read it there if you want. But yeah, they've had accounts before, especially the first 2 seasons. Some of those have been taken over. They're still popular accounts, you know, but they were just playing the housewife game.
You know what's crazy is like if you guys are looking at housewives right now, a lot of people were really, really happy with the episode this week. And I thought, I just had some opinions, you guys, just watching it. One, my first and foremost opinion is I'm just really happy that I'm not a part of it. So let's just say that.
Yeah, let's stay out of Utah.
We are staying out of Utah. But 2, I thought that there were a lot of pre-produced moments and I didn't know how the fans were going to react. Well, come to find out, Real Housewives of Salt Lake City season 6, it was one of the lowest rated season premieres ever, if not the lowest rated season premiere. So that clearly is not a great sign. But now moving forward, if you look at the episode and you have the RV situation, okay, that's fine, not a big deal. But then you have picking the girls up in front of Beauty Lab and Laser, but they don't know an RB is coming, but they don't know an RB is coming yet. Whitney knows to call a fake SWAT stripper team. That doesn't make sense. That feels really pre-produced.
Especially if you don't know what you're doing or where you're going, right? Or how you're getting there. Yeah.
Brittany Bateman with her guys.
No one cares. No one cares.
I have an announcement. Jared and I got engaged.
Hold on.
And then we got unengaged 2 weeks later because of the kids. But yes, we're still dating. I'm like, okay, pre-produced. And then we had the Molly Sorensen ghost story pre-produced. And then we had the whole Lisa Barlow attack of it all pre-produced, which I really love this cast. But I just spoke to another person, and I'm not going to even allude to or tell you guys who it is, but on another show, this person is the executive producer and also a castmate of this show. And they're very worried right now while they're filming, feeling like the cast is starting to really lean into pre-producing in order to keep themselves relevant. And this person was telling me, like, this is like the last thing that we want. This is like what you don't do. We need organic. We need authentic. Like we need a mix up. Like this cannot happen. And I was like, no, I get that. And it seems like Salt Lake City is starting to lean into that. So,
you know, I've said this before too. You remember like on Vanderpump Rules, before the scan of all of it all, it did start to feel very produced, you know? And even back in the day, I was like, all you have to do is, I even told Lisa, put cameras in pump. Every day is a new day. And you don't need to produce anything. It's all happening. It's all happening all the time. You know, sorry, not trying to take Sheena's trademark, but like it is all happening all the time at pump. And there's things happening everywhere. And plus you have the most diverse employment in West Hollywood. Everyone was a different color from somewhere else, a gay, straight, whatever. It didn't matter. But we're only focusing on Sir and all the pre-produced things that are happening there. And that's what it feels like it's happening on Salt Lake City. Back to my point of, Real Housewives. Look at Miami this season, the first few episodes. We had a wedding, we had throwing drinks, we had all kinds of shit happening. You know what I mean? It didn't feel produced at all. There's no way that was produced. They just go out. You're releasing text messages on a big screen, like come to the IMAX and read Julia's text messages. That's Housewives, and I felt like I do like Salt Lake. I actually enjoyed the episode, but I do see what people are saying. It's like, okay, cool. I want to see how Angie is coming into her own and why she's standing in the front of this cast holding her snowflake this season. I want to see what's going to happen with Lisa and Meredith, because apparently the whole cast is going after them, and you can see it all over social media, with Meredith doing an interview the other day with what's his name, Gibson Johns.
Yeah,
he has Gabbing with Gib. If you guys check it out on podcast, he's great. She did an interview with him, and you saw Heather's comment below, something about lying, BS, or something like that. I can't wait to see where this goes. As much as I think that Heather is a great narrator for the show, it does seem like she's reading from a script in her confessionals. She's like, Heather, this is what happened, episode 1, 15 minutes in. The fact
that Heather's not fired drives it's. And first of all, I never want to see anybody fired. But
Heather will never be fired.
The fact that and I get that, and I never want to see anybody fired. I don't want that karma.
I do. I'll fire him myself.
But blaming somebody for a black eye, not only somebody, but the production team that is working so hard to make your show happen, blaming them for your black eye is wild to me. It's so wild to me. And I think that that's just like the most unfair, not cool thing to do. I think that people get fired all the time for a lot less. And I'm surprised that they let that one fly under the radar. So, which is fine. Again, I don't want to see anybody fired, but
listen, she has some pep in her step right now, Yeah. She's a new Heather. She's Heather 2.0.
Shall we take some questions?
Let's take the questions and wrap up our Friday.
All right. Val Porter said, do either of you have thoughts on Rhode Island? I'm just excited.
I have zero thoughts. I I do like the thought of bringing in a new city. I think that needs to happen. There is something I wanted to bring up just really, really quick, and I think we can get into it on another Hot Messy. I have heard through the grapevine that Dallas is on the table again, and it is 50-50 if it moves forward or not, with some old cast members and some brand new cast members.
I'm not
I think
into
that
that.
would be cool. I would like to see that again, because I think that is huh?
I never liked it.
Did you? That's not what you really?
No, I never liked it. I mean, I liked Mama D and I liked Tiffany Moon, but I like
but I do think a lot of people didn't like the first 4 seasons of Miami, and now look at it. So
yeah,
who
still
knows?
bad ratings.
No, bad ratings. First out, bad ratings. They still have great streaming ratings. You know what I mean? Like I always say this, it's great for the network to see how it's coming out of the gate, right? But that's Bravo's mistake, because they put season 5 on Peacock. That's Bravo's fault. That's not their fault. Their streaming numbers are still good, right? So that's where people think to go look for, hey, whatever. But I'm excited to see. I just don't know what it would. I don't know anything. Rhode Island is the last place I think of having Housewives. So
the general consensus, you guys, Dolores Catania and Pauly, they ended up going on and they were posting photos. And just while I'm talking about this, I will literally bring it up for you guys. But Dolores, everybody was wondering, okay, well, are you going to be going? Are you not going to be going? And I said, no, she's definitely going. And people were like, oh no, Adam, you don't know what you're talking about. That's exactly what Jason was talking about earlier. And I was like, okay, I don't know what I'm talking about. And then Pauly posted, and that's a wrap, Rhode Island. Oh, did we have a blast? So impressed, to be honest. You have earned a special place in our hearts. Great people, along with great food and so much fun. Rhode Island, you're in for a treat, Jersey style. Stay tuned. With all of these photos, I love that.
To be fair, Dolores is connected to a lot of this cast.
Yeah.
So that just makes sense. You know what I mean? Bring in a familiar face. It's like what they did with the Real Housewives of London. You have Caroline Stanbury and Dorinda making appearances on the Real Housewives of London, because it's a familiar face, even to people on Hey You, because they watch all the Housewives we do. So.
Well, and I think
I think it's good. It's good kickoff.
I think what they're trying to capture, you guys, is that same sort of family energy that we get on New Jersey. So we're gonna see if they're able to do that. They've already wrapped, and we'll see. Next question. This is for you, obviously.
Amazing, guys. I've watched Downton Abbey since season 1, episode 1. Okay, I thought. What was the last one they did? Downton Abbey, A New Era, where they went to the south of France. I thought that was like the finale. I've seen all the Christmas one. I usually go by myself because Adam cannot sit through that. It'd just be a nap session for him. But I went to see it with my mom, not last night, the night before. It was so good.
Yeah.
It was beyond amazing. I didn't think you could wrap it up any better. They really wrapped it up. It was good. Go see it.
Jason came home and he was so happy and he's like, I love this movie. I'm like, I am watching Wives with Knives. So can you please leave me alone? I have 14 minutes left. And I think also once again making pizza rolls. I have a problem.
Stop making those. I do want to pull this up too. Roxy Bella 280 says, I don't think BravoCon looks out for content creators enough. For example, an area to charge your equipment or film. The very first year we were at BravoCon with Emily D. Baker, she had this great idea that Bravo should have a creators lounge, a place where creators can set up, have cameras, have mics, and maybe the talent can roll through a little bit and talk to those audiences. Because I feel like creators now have bigger audiences than some of the press people on the red carpet. So I think that is a very fair statement. I wish they would.
Yeah. Oh wait, what was the other one that you just lopped off?
No, there wasn't one.
Okay. What are you guys doing this weekend? What do you do for fun? Okay, well, that's a good question. We're going to our friend Lola's store event tonight, her store, where she is bringing people together on the island to not only educate new people coming to the island, sort of like me, because Jason grew up on this island on vacations with his family, but like me, like I don't know all of the history and stuff, but while also bringing like-minded business people together, entrepreneurs and people who own things on the island, that way that they can communicate, they can commingle, and sort of just kind of figure out what they can do for each other and ways to enhance their businesses. So I think that that's really fun. And with that, we're bringing the moms out for date night. So it's going to be my mom, Jason's mom, and that's what tonight's going to be. But then first we're going to our friend's house. You guys, this woman, I love her so much. She's like insane in the best way, just because her name is Katie. She is so much fun. And when I say insane, I just mean like fabulous. She just built this massive home. It's like right on the water. I think she has like an 80-foot pool. Her mom lives downstairs, and the house is just like, you look around and I've never felt so poor in my life. So she was like, you guys should just come to my house before, bring the moms, like, let's come hang out. And then, you know, like we'll all go to the event together. And I was like, yes, please.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Let's
no,
go to
I
your
love
house.
it. It's such a, it's amazing too. And the store, if you guys are interested, you want to look it up. It's called Binya. It's here on Hilton Head. And
how do you spell
Lola's
that?
amazing. Binya.
Binya. Okay.
Yeah, Binya. It's a Gullah word.
Do you think that we covered everything, Jay?
I think we did cover everything. I was like hoping there would be one more thing.
Well, this finger is feeling a little empty, and I'm used to being a missus.
What's empty about that finger? I'll cut that finger off. That's
okay, bitch. I was trying to give you a Lisa Jody reference, and that's fine.
No, you're not Lisa, and I'm fucking not Jody. So there we go.
Yeah, well, I'm about to Dorinda your ass and go clip. Okay. No,
you can leave.
Oh, you're gonna Meredith me?
I'm about to Nini you if you don't.
Okay. No, Nini's funny. Remember when she goes through and she goes. She shows up to Kenya's and she goes, "Not the ghetto,
not a white,
honey."
And
she
goes,
no,
that's what I said. The ghetto,
refrigerator.
Not the ghetto, not a white
She
refrigerator.
goes, not a white
Let's go find you a
refrigerator.
home.
We gotta
Let's go find you a home.
home.
I think she was staying at the what is it right there? The Georgian Terrace. It's a really nice hotel in Atlanta across from the Fox Theater. I think that's where she was. I don't know because it looks familiar. I stayed there before.
Nini's the best.
That's what I'm saying. That's why she's my favorite housewife. Like you can't write this shit. That's just who she is, you know? That's the kind of people you want to watch on TV, not the people who are trying, not the people who are dressing up in costume and makeup an hour before they film and be like, okay, I'm ready. No, that's not how Housewives works. It's reality TV. Sit down. You know what I mean? Like even Portia on the show, she's not even afraid. But these two, Tamra, there's a great example. Like her or not, that is Tamra. You will always get Tamra, you know?
That's a housewife.
Oh, Lord. Ooh.
That is a housewife.
Oof.
All right, guys. Well, just to give you guys some recaps, or whatever. I don't know. It looks like I'm wearing a helmet or a toupee. I'm so sorry, guys. I don't know what's going on.
More of a toupee.
upandadamlive.com. You can check out. There's always more articles coming up. So go check out upandadamlive.com. Gelsey is absolutely killing it with her Love Island Games recaps. That's going to be on Up and Adam channel 2 today. So definitely go check that up. That's going to be the third recap, and she's doing it every single day. And then she's going to do like one live show recap to sum up the week. There's only 2 weeks of it. And then on top of that, our CBD company that has been completely rebranded and in the best way to make it 10 times more marketable, but also we're being a lot more conscientious in what we're doing and what products we want and efficient. Yes.
Sorry.
Is that not a word?
No, go ahead. You're good.
Is that a word?
Just be conscientious.
Is that a word?
I think you're being more conscious about, right? Conscientious. I don't know if that's a
I'll ask ChatGPT.
Yeah.
So
okay.
Anyways,
do that.
Being a lot more conscious. Okay. No, you guys are gonna absolutely love it. The branding, the products, the everything. I'm having so much fun trying like the new products. It's gonna be sick. You guys are gonna love Seagrass, but with Seagrass,
a lot of work.
A lot of work. Jason is absolutely killing it over there with one of our best friends, and I'm not going to name her just in case, but then also Gelsey with her recaps. And then I have more videos coming up on Up and Adam channel 1 and 2, along with polls on the community tabs. And so, yeah, it's Friday, you guys. Have a beautiful weekend. Stay safe. Don't drink and drive. Have fun. And then on Monday, Jason and I will be back to recap all of the shit that happens over the weekend, because with over 200 Bravo celebrities, you guys know we're not going to get a day off.
I just hope it doesn't involve Scheana.
Okay. We love you guys. Smash the like button, show some love, and we'll see you later. Bye, guys.